Hello everyone, Donna Gray here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales. Wanted to jump on tonight and do a little bit of crafting with you. I have a house free with no people, except for one of my children at home, but my husband and my eldest daughter have gone off to hockey training, so I thought I would use this opportunity. Hey Kathy, thanks for joining. I thought I would use this opportunity to do a little bit of crafting and catch you all up on all of the news that I have. So if you're new to watching me and this is the first time you've watched, I am the owner and the creator of Stampin' with DonnaG. I'm known for doing online card classes. I also now have some clubs, some member clubs running, which is exciting, and I want to thank everybody that has joined up. And we're about to get full swing into our blends club, and I've just introduced a new cards and stamps monthly club as well. So that's some exciting things that I have going. Now these will be ongoing clubs. My blends club, you can still register if you like. We're about to start. I've just sent out everyone's class packets, but if you wanted to do a late registration, I'm happy to take a late registration. But all of my blends club members are so excited and cannot wait to get started collecting their blends. So the blends club is a club that runs over 6 months. You will collect your blends over that period of 6 months. So instead of putting out a whole lot of money in the first place, you will just pay monthly installments, and you get a minimum of 4 blends per month. You also get extras, like the first month they get 4 blends plus the Memento ink pad to get them started. Plus I've popped in some extras of some of the Petal Passion Memories and More cards for them to colour. And we have a private Facebook group too for our blends club and our monthly card and stamps club. So in those groups we interact. So to be part of those groups you have to be a member of my clubs. So the blends club is $58.50 per month, and you get a minimum of 4 blends plus extras every month. By the end of it you will have your full collection of blends. You will have your Memento ink pad, you will have storage containers to pop your blends in, with inserts printed, ready to go to store your blends in. You will get a stamp set and lots more, plus a video tutorial every month showing you the new colors that we've got that month and how to use them and what to use them with. So that's the blends club. So if you want to check out the blends club after I finish doing this video, just jump on over to my website, which is stampinwithdonnag.com. and you can see the member clubs there, and it will tell you all the full details. And if you're interested, fill in the form and submit it, and I will pop an email off to you with all the payment and registration links for you. The other club is my cards and stamp club. Now there's 2 different levels of membership in this club. The gold membership is you get the stamp set plus you get a class packet of 6 cards to make. And I will make 6 different cards, and you will get a live video tutorial each month showing you how to use the stamp set. Plus I will post pictures throughout the month of all the projects that I have made using that one stamp set. Now if you already have the stamp set, because we're coming up to the end of our annual catalogue, if there's stamp sets that you already have, you can easily replace it and swap it out with another stamp set and still be part of our club. Now the minimum enrollment for my cards and stamp club is 3 months, and it's an ongoing club. It will keep going month after month after month. You can cancel your membership anytime you like. You can jump in anytime you like. So it's an ongoing club that will be around for a long time. So thank you very much for the members that have joined up to that as well. It's been overwhelming, the response that I've had from my blends club and my card and stamps club. So it's a way of building up your craft supplies and learning as you go. So you get a video tutorial like having a class with me once a month with your stamp set. So it's an awesome way to collect some of your items. Hey Renee, thanks for joining. Hey Kathy. So if you're on tonight, please pop on, say hello. You know the drill. If you share my video, you go in the monthly draw to win a stamp set, And I'm just thinking I have the stamp set just here. So the stamp set up for grabs this month is the beautiful Heartfelt Blooms. So please, you must type in the comments that you've shared to let me know that you've shared the video. Otherwise, sometimes it doesn't come up. So you need to share the video and type shared. So I would love for you to do that. And please, as we go along, if there's things that you like, please give me the thumbs up and the hearts, because we love all that. And the more that I get hearts and the more that I get conversation, the more that Facebook will show this to all the people that are interested in crafting. So what I'm actually going to do, also just a couple of little reminders. We're coming to the end of Celebration. I'm sure you've heard Celebration over and over again. For $90 you spend, you get a free Celebration item. For every $180 you spend, you can get a level 2 item, or you can get 2 level 1 items. That is still going, but it will be wrapping up at the end of March. So on the 31st of March, none of those Celebration items will be available after that time. So please, if there's something in that Celebration, please jump on in and pop your orders in, because we've only got about a week and a bit to go. Also, if you wanted to join my Stamping Up team, the starter kit price is just awesome at the moment. And I've actually said to people, even if you want to just get the special for the starter kit price, if you don't want to place an order after that, then that is totally up to you. You probably will end up like me. You'd get the starter kit and then you're hooked for life, because I can tell you, once you start using Stamping Up products and continuously using them, you will absolutely love them to bits. So, but anyway, the starter kit at the moment, you get over $400 worth of product for $169. So if you're going to spend anywhere around $169, you may as well take up the special of the starter kit. And you get over $400 worth of product of your choice. So it's not that everyone says what's in the starter kit. You choose what you have in your starter kit. I will do a video. I'm actually probably going to pop on tomorrow and do a video. I'll show you a starter kit and what you can actually get in a starter kit, just to show you how much product you get, because it's enormous. Like, if I could rejoin and get the special again, I would do it, I can tell you, because it's a bargain. So we'll stop chatting now. I've caught you all up on all the deals and the specials that are going at the moment. If you ever have any questions about Stamping Up products, anything about crafting, anything that I do, please feel free to pop it in the comments. I'd be happy to answer. Hey Lisa, thanks for joining. So I'm just going to do, hey Mrs. G, I've popped your cards in the post today, so hopefully you will get them soon. So I thought you would like that picture in the Random Act of Kindness group, because that little box had your cards that you won from last Friday. So as I said, once again, please feel free to share my videos and comment on my videos and tag people in my videos for them to see. So what I'm actually going to do tonight is I'm going to do a card using the Cake Soiree bundle. Now this Cake Soiree bundle is a beautiful bundle, and honestly there is so much that you can do with this bundle that I don't think we've even scratched the surface of how much this bundle can do. So I thought I would show you a card that I was at the markets on the weekend, and I was having a little bit of a play while I was at the markets. So I thought I'll show you a card that I made at the markets, and then I'm just going to make it in a few different colours and just show you what a different colour combination and how different it can look with a different colour combination. So I'm just going to flip you forward, so bear with me. Flip you forward, put some light on the subject. Sorry about that bright light then. Okay, so this is the card that I made on the weekend. And I thoroughly enjoyed making this card, because look at the sparkle with that glimmer paper. How awesome is the glimmer paper? You're very welcome, Lisa. Yeah, I hope you enjoy the cards. I didn't put anything on the inserts. I didn't write in it or anything, so you can reuse the cards if you wish. It's up to you what you want to do with them. So I've created this beautiful card. So this is the stamp set, and I have some of the framelits out here at the moment that I'm going to be using. My framelit set is over near my big shop, but anyway, I have some of the framelits and everything ready to go. So I'll just pop that aside and we'll get to crafting. because I'm sure that's what we all want to do. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to create the watercolor background. So I've got some of our beautiful watercolor cardstock, and I've cut it to size, ready to go. So in this one, I have used the So Saffron in the background with an aqua painter. In this one, I'm actually going to use the Bermuda Bay. I'm going to change the colours up a little bit. So with your ink pads, you can squeeze your ink pads and get a lovely daub of colour on the inside of our ink pad. So I'm just going to, with my aqua painter, get a bit of water happening in the end. Now, first of all, I'm going to wet my watercolour paper. Now, if you wet your watercolour paper, it helps with, when you go to add your colour, with the colour gliding a lot better. Okay, so now I'm just going to pick up some of our Bermuda Bay and do a lovely watercolour wash over this bit of cardstock. And then I'm going to pop that aside to dry, and we'll get on to doing our lovely cake. So as you can see, quick, easy, you've got a beautiful watercolour background there ready to go. I'm just going to use a baby wipe just to clean my aqua painter. So I just pop that aside now and let it dry. Okay. So now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of our Whisper White that I've already cut to size. Pop that over to the side. And I'm going to stamp my lovely cake stamp. So the detailed stamp, this one here, I thought I'll do that in our Memento ink, and then I'm going to use some of our blends to colour. Now, who out there has the blends? Who is addicted to our new alcohol blends? Because I can tell you, I am not a person that colours in. Even when the colouring in craze came in, I went out and I bought some colouring in books, and I tried. I bought pencils and I bought textures and things, and I tried to get into the colouring phase. Now, I'm using my black Memento ink. I've inked up my stamp, and I'm just going to stamp down. Hey, Jessica, how are you? You think the card's stunning? It is pretty, isn't it? I think the glimmer paper is what really sets it off. Okay, so there we have a perfect image stamped with our Memento ink. Now, the reason that we're using our Memento ink is because I am going to be using my blends. So because we use the blends, we use our Memento ink. If we were going to watercolour, if we were going to, instead of using our blends and we were going to do watercolour with our aqua painter, we would use our archival black ink, and then we would use our inks and our aqua painter to colour. But because our blends are here, and our blends are so easy, and it's wonderful to get them out and colour with them, I thought I'll use the Memento so we could use them. So I've got a choice of our blends. Now, in our blends, we have our colours that we have a light and dark in our colours. So I've chosen the Bermuda Bay, which is what our background is. I've chosen the Bermuda Bay for our flowers. I've also chosen the rich raspberry, and I've chosen the old olive. So we've got light and dark in all of them. And so that was my colour combination that I decided I would do. So I'm going to quickly now colour. Now, our blends have a thick end and a thin end. So the thick end I would use if it was big areas to colour. The thin end I use if it's little tiny areas. So because these leaves are quite fine, I'm just going to use the thin end to colour these in. And I didn't do a lot of blending with this colouring for the simple fact that the image is so fine that you can't see much blending happening anyway. So I decided what I would do is on the bigger pieces, I probably will blend a little bit, but for the majority of it, I'm actually just going to use one colour and that's it. So I'm just picking up all the leaf areas and colouring all my leaves in with my old olive. I'm using my old olive light for this. Now, if you have any questions about the blends, please ask me. Drop a comment in the comments and let me know. I'm dropping in and out. I will have to wait for the replay. I'm sorry. I hope it's not my internet. I hope it's okay. I'm not real sure what the signal's like here tonight, and sometimes over night time it's hard to get a good signal because so many people are using the internet. Okay. The joy of if we could have proper internet. Wouldn't it be fantastic if we had the perfect internet? Okay, so I've done all that with my old olive. So is everyone else seeing me clear? Am I blurry or am I clear? Please let me know. Drop a comment in below and let me know. I'm hoping it's clear enough. Okay, so sometimes, Lisa, too, if you go out and come back in, it will work better. Now I'm using my light Bermuda Bay and I'm doing the big, so I'm using the thick end and I'm doing the flower with the thick end because it's a larger area to colour and it's still easy to stay in between the lines. And the thing is with our blends, they are very juicy, so please don't overdo the colouring. Sort of stick a little bit away from the insides of your lines so that it stays in within your image. Okay. And then I'm just going to use, I actually might do a little bit of blending on those because they're bigger. I'm going to have it darker in the center and then on the outsides, just to get a bit of blending happening. Jessica, I must say your cards were absolutely stunning that you posted on Facebook the other day. Absolutely gorgeous. You've obviously got your creative flair happening again. We've got you back on the bandwagon once again. Hey Carol, thanks for joining. Please feel free to come in, comment, ask me any questions if you have questions. Okay, so I'm just going to use the light. Love your tips on watercolors. Yeah, Jessica, it's just honestly just from watching other people and learning the tricks and working out what works best for you. I found that if you wet your watercolor cardstock, the color just moves a lot more freely on it. If you don't, if you go straight on to dry cardstock, you will find that the color will tend to grab in spots and it doesn't sort of give you like a really nice even blended finish. So that's why I actually wet it first. But it is personal preference, honestly. Everybody does crafting their own way. We all have our own little habits that we like to do. But I'm always open to suggestions because it's always, you'll be amazed at how much you learn from other people. Okay. So I've done that. I've just dropped one of my ringlets on the ground. Okay. And I'm actually going to, with my crumb cake, I think, I'm going to do the little buds. Are the blends different to the markers? Yes, they are, Jessica. Very different. Your markers you can use if you want to, say you have a stamp and you want to, it's a sentiment and you want to do part of the sentiment in one color and part in another. That is where our markers come into it. If you want to color images, the blends are beautiful because our markers will tend to have more of a, you can see your pen strokes where the blends just melt into each other. So getting the blends kit, is that what you're talking about? Because the blends kit, yeah, it's really worthwhile. I think a lot of people, if I was going to colour I don't have the Stampin' markers, but if I was going to colour, I would use my ink pads and my aqua painter, so I can have any colour of the rainbow that I want. So I have that option. But the difference is, as I said to you, if you're going to use your watercolour and your aqua painter, then you use your archival ink. But if you're going to use our blends, because they're alcohol based, you use the Memento ink. So that's just the difference. But yeah, I'm loving the blends. Don't get me wrong, I'm absolutely loving the blends. It has made me think, do I want the Stampin' Right markers? I'm not overly sure just yet, but I have all the time in the world. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do now is I've finished colouring that, so I'm just going to pop that aside. I'm going to do that too with my Bermuda Bay. I actually did stamp the little Celebrate up the top, and I just want to show you a trick of what I did with that stamp, because this stamp actually has, where is it? In this one, the stamp actually has like a little stem, as you can see there. Has like a little stem because it's supposed to be like a little sign that's popping up out of the top of the cake. So I actually don't want that, I don't want that stem to be inked. So what I'm actually going to do is, with my stamp, I'm going to ink it up, but I'm not going to, just going to carefully ink it up. I'm not actually going to do it this way. It's easier with a Stampin' Spot, but I just don't want that stem to be inked up. So I want to get down far enough that I get my word, but I don't want the stem in it. Okay, so as you can see, I've inked that up. I've missed a bit on that one there. So it's a bit hard. I've got the camera here and I'm trying not to get in the camera. You can, this is where your Stampin' Right markers would come in handy, because you can do it with your Stampin' Right markers. So fingers crossed this is going to work. Okay. I'm just going to stamp Celebrate. Oh, it just about worked. Close enough. Yeah. So the dry paper is definitely an issue. So definitely just wet it, lay down a layer of water, and then pop your colour on. Easy as. Okay, so I'm just going to bring the Big Shot in now. I've got to cut a few things. I'll bring my Big Shot in. Okay, we might actually pop it sideways. Easier to see. Okay, so I have a few things I'm going to cut out with the Big Shot. I've already cut out my lovely cake plate. I'm going to cut out, so I should be able to get all these things cut out at once. I'm going to cut out the stem of my cake platter. I'm also going to cut out some of it. This is a fantastic piece that has all leafy bits and things in it, so I'm going to cut that out with our Glimmer Paper. I'm also going to cut out a lovely ribbon to maybe go up on top of our cake. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about that. So I'm just going to cut out a few pieces anyway. I need to cut out my cake. So I've got my magnetic platform here, so I don't have to worry about my framelits moving. Okay. And I do want to cut out some flowers. So I'm just going to pop a bit of Berry Burst on there. And I have one flower. Just pop that through a second time to get a second flower. So I'm just going to pop my cutting pad on now. Now, if this is the first time you've seen a Big Shot used, they're fantastic. I absolutely love my Big Shot. I would be lost without my Big Shot. I think nearly every card that I use, that I make, I cut out something on my Big Shot. So if this is the first time you've seen it used, we have metal dies that go in. And I'll just pop this out and you get the beautiful cutout pieces. This is a beautiful bow. So there you have a lovely, delicate, beautiful bow in our glimmer paper. Gorgeous. I'll take that away. Oh, I need to do another flower. Hey Karen, thanks for joining. Just doing a little bit of crafting tonight, having a bit of a play. Pop that there, pop that there. Just need to get another flower done. And I'm thinking I might, on my other card I did a white flower, so I think I'm going to do a whisper white flower as well. Okay. Scrap piece of white. Pop it on. So it's been a really warm day here today. How's everyone's weather been? It's been quite hot. Yesterday my girls actually had hockey trials, which were zone trials for school. And they played hockey all day yesterday, and the heat was unbelievable. So the poor kids played hockey from 10 o'clock in the morning until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then they had to go back at 6 o'clock that night and do rep training as well. So I was like, oh my God, girls, please make sure you drink water. It's been a definite hot. Yeah, hot. I bet you are. You're up Queensland, aren't you, Renee, I think? It'd be a nice change from all the rain that you've had up that way. Okay, so I'm thinking I might just heat that up a little bit and dry it off properly to make sure it's dry. Okay. So now we're going to see our cake come together. So now what I did was I just popped everything together so I can see how it was going to look before I decided where I was going to put everything. Yeah, I know it's cleared up down here too, Renee. We had rain, nothing like you guys had up your way. But we had rain for days, like nearly the whole week. And then the last 2 days have just been, yeah, super, super hot and really steamy, I think, with all the moisture that's around. It just creates that really steamy, hot feel to it. I don't know where I'm going to use my bow. I was actually thinking, see, I probably could have put the bow up on top of the cake. I don't know about the bow. I'll think about the bow. I'm actually sitting here at the moment and I'm sweltering in my craft room. It's quite warm. I just pop all my framelits aside so I don't lose any of them. This framelit here is just gorgeous. The beautiful greenery that you get from this framelit is just lovely. And it's, I think in the glimmer paper, I don't know what you're thinking, everyone, but I think the glimmer paper just really makes it pop, I think. Okay. Okay, so I'll get rid of all my rubbish. And I did actually even bring in some of this beautiful ribbon, but I don't know where I could probably put that somewhere too. I'm just winging it tonight, people, once again. Sitting here, thought, okay, I'll jump on, do a live video, have no idea what I'm up to. I sort of had a bit of an idea of making the card, but that's it. Okay, so the hint that I've shown in my daily tips and things, how to fold your cardstock nicely, butt it up against your trimmer, and then fold your other side up to it, and you will always get a straight and perfect fold. And as usual, I cannot even find my bone folder. I normally go over it with the bone folder, but when there's no bone folder, An acrylic block comes in handy. Nothing like improvising. We did get much rain. It went around. Oh, it went around you. You were lucky then. I know a lot of people were copping the rain up there. Okay, so what I've done on this card, I've actually just, with some tiny, tiny little strips, just popped some strips up the outside just to give it a bit of a pop. Because I didn't do a layer, like I normally do my base, then a layer, and then my central layer with my pattern on it. Well, because I didn't do that, I just use the strips. I'm just going to put that up a little bit. My camera seems to want to keep refocusing. Maybe if it's a bit further away, it may not do that. I was just looking at my replay on the screen and it's going in and out. It's a bit like a disco. Okay, so I'm just going to pop a few of the little pieces out of these framelits that I've cut out, because there's a few little pieces that are still popped in there. Hey Larissa, thanks for joining. Where are you watching from, Larissa? Is this the first time you've watched me live? Okay, so I'm just going to pop out those little bits. And then it's just a case of arranging it. I'm going to, on this one, I actually used some little spots that I had out of another stamp set, which I'm just thinking if I can find that stamp set, I may use them, because I think it actually just sets it off. I've got that, and that. Okay. So I think just for a bit more background, let me see if I can find that stamp set. Actually, I can't even, which one was it? Actually, I'm going to use this one out of the petal palette because it's different. I'm going to create a bit of a background with this. In the petal palette, there is this beautiful spotty background here. Now I'm going to use, I'm thinking, actually, a lot of my ink pads aren't around at the moment. Okay, I think I'll use Pool Party, but I'll stamp off because I want it to be just quite a light hint. Hey Cheryl, thanks for joining. Okay, so I'm just going to, I'll pop it onto a block. Okay, so I'm just going to use my Pool Party, but I'm going to stamp off so it's very light. So I just want to create a bit of a textured background. Get that in here a bit further. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I could probably do full blown. I'm going to do full blown because it's quite soft. So I just wanted a little bit of texture behind. I know I've got a watercolor background, but I just wanted a little bit more texture. Just a few little bits in the corners here. Just to finish that off a little bit. It's amazing what popping a little bit of texture in the background, how different it makes your card look. Takes that plain look off it. Okay, so now it's just a case of me assembling my card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my cake stand and line that up where I think it's going to sit nicely. So I'm going to glue on the base of my cake stand first with my liquid Tombow. Ooh. Just came out in a massive big spurt, my Tombow. Could help if I put it up the right way. Handy. Okay, there. Then I'm going to do my lovely cake stand. So I've just glued these down direct first. And then my cake, I'm actually going to pop it up. Hey Jenny, thanks for joining. How's the weather down in Orange? Have you got some cooler weather down your way? It's steaming hot up here. Okay, so I've got the cake stand done. So I'm just going to turn my cake over now. Grab some dimensionals. Now I'm going to pop my dimensionals out wide and only 2 up the top so I can pop my flowers down in underneath. So I don't mind popping a few more on that bottom part and the middle. But I just want to leave that top because I want to be able to slide my flowers down in behind. So Renee, do you have the Cake Soiree bundle? Was it one on your list, or was it one that you didn't know whether you wanted to use it or not? There's so much more that you can do without even doing the cake. The flowers in it are absolutely gorgeous. You could do so much even just with the flowers. So I'm just going to line that cake up like so. And now just with a little bit of Tombow, I'm going to arrange my flowers. So I'm just putting a tiny little bit of Tombow on those flowers just to be able to stick it down. I'm just going to pop one pink one over here. And then the white one I'm just going to layer it. You don't have it, Renee? I actually bought it because I thought it would be really nice for wedding cards. Doing a lovely, I don't know, I always seem to relate wedding cakes, big cakes with lovely glittery stands and things for weddings. Okay, so now with my greenery, I'm just going to pop one leafy bit. I'm just popping the Tombow just on the bottom part of my greenery. And tuck it down under there. And this one here, I'm going to do this one a little bit different this time. That way. I'm just going to pop a little bit under that one there to make that sit back down. And these little prongy stems are nice just to create a little bit out here. There was another one, but I seem to have misplaced it on my desk. Can anyone see where it went to? Nope, gone missing. Totally missing. It's probably on the floor. Found another piece on the floor anyway. Amazing what you can find when you look on the floor. I'm sure the other piece is probably down there too. But anyway, doesn't matter. Still wondering where I could put this bow. Actually, off to the side looks quite nice. What are you thinking, everyone? Do you think I should pop the bow here? What do you think? Votes on whether I pop the bow on there or not. Or where I should pop the bow. Oh. Sorry everyone, my computer just decided to turn itself off on me. So bear with me until I get it back up and going so I can see your comments again. Okay, I better refresh that. Alright, so now I'm going to pop up this piece onto dimensionals. I'm still waiting to see whether you think I should pop the bow on or not. So I'm just going to line the back up with some dimensionals, and because it is such a large area, I'm going to pop a few extras on. Now, as you can see, I'm staying away from the edges a bit. That's so that our glimmer paper will be able to go down the sides. Okay, so now I'm just going to, before I pop that one on, I'm just going to pop my glimmer paper down the sides. So I'm just going to, with some Tombow, run a fine line of Tombow down the edges. And this gives more like the lemon lime twist look with the black, and I think the lemon lime twist and black is a beautiful combination. The black just makes the lemon lime twist pop, I think. So once again, some liquid Tombow. So if this is the first time you've joined me live, please feel free to comment and let me know where you're watching from. Say hello. I love people chatting to me while I craft. And if you share my video and tag a friend in my video, but you must type shared in my comments. If you really enjoyed this video, the more you share my videos, the more it helps me with my business to be able to bring more videos like this to you. And what I do is I do a monthly draw at the end of every month. Everyone's name that shares my videos and type shared in the comments goes into the monthly draw to win a giveaway. And the giveaway this month, as I said, is our lovely Heartfelt Blooms Celebration stamp set. Okay, so now I'm just going to take the backing off those. If you're watching this back later on, it's still okay to share the video later and comment later. And I always go back through my comments and chat to people after I've jumped off being live. Now, all of the goodies that I have used in this card tonight, you can purchase through my online store. And I would love to earn your business. I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in the Northern Rivers area in New South Wales. And if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator in your area, it doesn't matter where you live, I would be happy to help you out. And you can purchase all of the items I've used through my online shopping page. And as I said, celebration item is on at the moment. So if you actually purchased the bundle of the Cake Soiree stamp set with the framelets, hey Mandy, thanks for joining. With the framelets, you will qualify for a free celebration item. So if you really like this bundle, you can actually get this bundle plus a free stamp set too. So please jump on over to my website, which is stampingwithdonnag.com, and you can have a look at everything that's available. They've just added some new items too, so there's lots and lots of items. This glimmer paper you can actually get for a free item with a $90 order as well. So the glimmer paper is an awesome, you get a pack. I'll show you the glimmer paper. I have a pack here. I've used a little bit out of it, but look at this huge pack of glimmer paper that you get. You get, is it 8 sheets of each? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 8 sheets of each of the 3 colours. So it is, and the glimmer on it is gorgeous. So I can tell you it adds a lot of sparkle to lots of your... Oh, one thing I've forgotten. Hang on. This will definitely set it off. I've forgotten the Wink of Stella. I use Wink of Stella for absolutely just about everything these days. To add a little bit of glimmer, glitter to the flowers. Just makes your project look absolutely stunning. I'm going to pop that on both. I didn't have my Wink of Stella with me at the markets when I made this first one the other day. But it's not too late. There's always time to pop the Wink of Stella on. So I'm not sure in this light whether you can see the shimmer that Wink of Stella gives. You can just see it, but absolutely in person gives it a gorgeous, pretty shimmer. Wink of Stella is a definite item in the craft cabinet. So thank you all for watching on a Tuesday night. I will probably now be going live on a Tuesday night because my family do go out to hockey training from 6:30 to 7:30. So I think it may be a regular time that I'll be popping on and doing a craft video with you. So please keep checking back to my page, and if you haven't liked my page and turned on the notifications, please turn on the notifications and pop it into not the default setting, the C first, so that you actually get notified when I go live every time I go live. So thank you all for watching, and pop on tomorrow because I will be doing the starter kit bundle and showing you what you can actually get for the amount of money in a starter kit. So I'll just do an example of a starter kit tomorrow. So if you wanted to pop back and check that out tomorrow, please come back over to my page. And as I said, if you turn the notifications on, it will notify you when I'm going live. So thank you all for joining me on a Tuesday night. And until next time, happy crafting. Have a lovely night, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.